What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy D-Bo and I'm back to it. You know how we do it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Come subscribe to the Hen Dogs. Got a lot more videos coming, a lot more sports content. Make sure you check us out on Instagram at hendogs_ and follow me as well at DLHen3. It is March Madness, man. It is time to get into my bracket. Best time of the year. It is 3 weeks of nothing but greatness. It's 3 weeks of the unpredictable, man. That's basically what we could just say, because you don't know what's going to happen in this. As a lot of people know, making a perfect bracket is impossible. It is nearly impossible, man. So I'm about to make my bracket with y'all. Drop in the comments how you guys like my bracket, who you guys sleeper is. Talk to me. But we're gonna start here with Gonzaga against Norfolk State. I'm going with the Gonzaga, man. Gonzaga is the only unbeaten team in college basketball right now, man. They have won 23 games by double figures. 23 straight games by double figures, man. They're completely dominating college basketball right now. I'm taking Gonzaga in that first game. It's not even going to be close. Next game, I got Oklahoma against Missouri. This is going to be a good one. 8 versus 9. As expected, you know that 8 versus 9 is usually a great game. But I'm going Oklahoma, man. I like Oklahoma's backcourt. I like Austin Reeves, their leading scorer, and I like Elijah Harkless, the transfer guard. Next game, we got UCSB against Creighton. I'm going UCSB in this game. UCSB is 18-1 since January, and there's no way I could go with Creighton after what their head coach just said. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I can't mess with McDermott. I'm going UCSB. Next game, we got Virginia against Ohio. Ohio has won 9 of their last 10 games, man. They rolling right now. They looking good. They playing. They hot. They hot right now. Early in the season, they only lost by 2 to Illinois. So I think that's big. That's something to note. Something to note with Virginia, man. Something crazy going on with them is their entire team is in quarantine. They had to quarantine until Thursday. They traveled on Friday, and their first game was on Saturday, so they didn't get much practice. So I'm taking Ohio in this game. And another fun fact about this game, man, and about Ohio, the last 13 seed to reach a Sweet 16 was Ohio back in 2013. They're a 13 seed again. So next game, we got USC against Drake. Drake just won their playing game against Wichita State. The 6 versus 11 matchup is a pretty good one, man. Since 2013, it's tied 14-14. So that 6 versus 11 is a pretty even matchup in the past. And don't just jump with that 6 seed team. Don't just jump. Make sure y'all look at that. But I'm still going USC. Evan Mobley, too much. Top 2 projected pick in the draft next year. I'm going Evan Mobley. Next game, we got Kansas versus Eastern Washington. Both of these teams had to withdraw from their conference tournaments because of COVID. One of Kansas' best players, David McCormick, I don't know if he's going to be playing. I think he will be back. But he had COVID. He got COVID. So if he's back, Kansas definitely wins. But Kansas definitely going to win this anyway. It's Eastern Washington. I'm going Kansas in that game. Next game, we got Oregon against VCU. I like Oregon. I like VCU. VCU actually got one of our hometown kid from where I'm from, Toledo, Ohio. Shout out Vince Williams. Make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all check him out. But I like Oregon, man. Oregon led the Pac-12 in field goal percentage and 3-point percentage. They shoot very well. And in Oregon's last 3 tournament appearances, they made the Sweet 16. So that's something to note right there, man. So I'm going Oregon. Then finally in this first region, we got Iowa against Grand Canyon. Iowa got big Luke Garza, man. Dominant, third lead scorer in the country, man. He's been hooping this year. He's been balling. Against Grand Canyon, though, it's going to be a good matchup for him. The big for Grand Canyon, you know, he's leading the country in field goal percentage. He's balling out himself. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Asborn, I don't know how to do it, but he's nice. He's a baller. He's been hooping. But I got Iowa in this game. Then scrolling down to the East Division, in this 1 versus 16 seed game, we got Michigan against Texas Southern. Something big about Michigan, man. They will be without their best player, Isaiah Livers, man. They will be without him. He has a foot injury. And they lost 3 of their last 5 games after starting 18-1 on the year, man. So Michigan has been on a downhill trend as of late. But I think they will defeat Texas Southern in this game. They're still good. I don't think that they are #1 seed without Isaiah Livers. I'm not going to lie. I don't think they're still #1 seed, but I think they slide against Texas Southern right there. LSU against St. Bonaventure, 8-9. The Bonnies against LSU. I like LSU, man. I like Trendon Wofford. I like Cameron Thomas. And make sure y'all not sleep on LSU. Cameron Thomas lead the country with 20-point games. He's been balling this year. And Trendon Wofford in that SEC championship against Bama, he went off. Bama pulled it out, but LSU, they fought hard. LSU showed me that they could actually make a run in this tournament, so don't sleep on LSU. Next, we got Colorado against Georgetown. Georgetown's a team not to sleep on either, man. They weren't that good in the regular season. They ended the regular season 9-12, but won the Big East. They played super good in that Big East tournament. Tough-nosed defense. They're one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country. So, along with that defense, they can shoot too. So, I see Georgetown, I see Patrick Ewing and them getting past this round of 64 game and beating Colorado in that upset. Next, we got Florida State against UNC Greensboro. Florida State, I like Florida State, man. They're nice. They get out and run. They get out and go, man. They're one of the fastest teams in the country, one of the fastest paced teams in the country. You know, they score 17.5 points in transition per game. They get out and go. I do have Florida State winning that, advancing to the next game. BYU against UCLA, 6-11. I just got done watching UCLA in their playing game against Michigan State. UCLA didn't look bad. They were on a 4-game losing streak leading into that, so I really projected Michigan State to beat them, but they ended up pulling it out, and they look good to me. I think they could actually slide past BYU in this round of 64 game and win. Next, we got Texas against Abilene Christian. I like Shaka Smart. I really do. I like what he do. I like him as a coach, man. I like him as a person too. You know, he seems like a cool dude. But Texas is 0-2 in the tournament under Shaka Smart. He hasn't won a tournament game yet. And I don't think he gets that win now, man. I got an upset right here in Abilene Christian over Texas. You know, Abilene Christian is a great defensive team. They lead the country in defensive efficiency, man. Abilene, they lock up. But this is just one of my upsets, and I actually pressed Abilene Christian. Maybe that's the basketball guys telling me I'm tripping right there, but let me fix that. Abilene Christian, man. Next game, we got Uconn against Maryland. This is a game that I will be tuned into, man. Uconn against Maryland is going to be a good one. Some great guard play in this game. We got James Bouknight, one of the best guards in the country, is a problem. You know, Uconn is 11-3 with him, and they've been balling with him, but Maryland got a great guard themselves with Eric Ayala. This is going to be a good matchup. But I'm taking Uconn. I got to take Uconn with that. I think James Bouknight is a little too much, man. Bama against Iona. I like Bama, Javon Quinterly, Jelly Fam. I like them boys there, and Iona is 0-13 in the tournament. I don't see them getting their first win now. Up to the South region, we got Baylor against Hartford. Baylor boys. They got the best backcourt in college basketball for sure. Maceo Teague, Davion Mitchell, and Jared Butler. They nice. I like Baylor. They winning that, man. Might be by 30. Next, we got North Carolina against Wisconsin. Another 8-9. Another good matchup. This is the lowest I've ever seen North Carolina before, man. They tied for the lowest seed in program history. North Carolina, they've been looking pretty shaky. They turn the ball over a lot, man. I got Wisconsin winning that. Next, we got Villanova against Winthrop. I got another upset alert for y'all, man. I got Winthrop beating Nova, man. I got them. Villanova's banged up, you know, that without their starting point guard, Colin Gillespie. And Winthrop has a great player in themselves in Chandler Vaughn. You know, lead the nation in triple doubles. So I think he's going to come out and put the world on notice and get a big upset right here. And I say upset, but it's really not an upset because there has been a trend in the last few tournaments. In 2019, there were 3 12 seeds that beat 5 seeds. Of the four matchups, 3 12 seeds beat 5 seeds. So it happens pretty often. They saying that this 12 versus 5 is a pretty even matchup. So I'm going Winthrop right here, man. Next, we got Purdue against North Texas. I'm going Purdue in this game, and I haven't seen enough from North Texas. They are good, but I think Purdue in that Big Ten conference, you know, that they've been playing against great teams all year. Next, we got Utah State against Texas Tech. Mac McClung at Texas Tech. I like Mac McClung, man. That boy good. He's a baller, not just a dunker. Like, not what I thought he was initially coming into college. He get buckets too. And something to mention about Utah State, man. Their last 7 tournament appearances, they lost all 7 of them in the round of 64 game. They lost all of them in the first round, and I think they're going to do it again, man. Don't ignore the trends, man. You'll be dumb to ignore the trends. I know things happen. It's the first time for everything, but in the basketball world, don't ignore the trends. Arkansas against Colgate. I like Arkansas. I like their guard play. I like Moses Moody, you know, one of the best players in college basketball. And I like Jalen Tate. You know, Ohio kid from my hometown. I like their guard play. They're nice over there. Number 3 seed. They got Colgate though, man. Second highest scoring team in the country. They put up points. So Arkansas gonna have to match them offensively. I still got Arkansas winning that game. Florida against Virginia Tech. Florida has won 7 straight round of 64 games. 7 straight. They always get out the first round. They don't lose in this first round that often. And Virginia Tech, on the other hand, they haven't played many games this year, y'all. 5 of their last 8 games got canceled due to COVID. But they still came in as a 10th seed, which is kind of surprising to me, considering they only played 5 games since February 1st. I can see Florida pretty much manhandling them, getting by them real easy. We got Virginia winning that. Florida winning that, my bad. And then finally, we got O State against Oral Roberts. Oral Roberts, don't sleep on them. They got the leading scorer in the country, Max Abrams. He get buckets. But I think O State gonna be way too much for them, man. With Dwayne Washington balling out right now. He was killed in the Big Ten conference tournament. And they got E.J. Liddell and my guy Justin Aarons, the best three-point shooter in the country, man. I'm telling y'all, tune in to the O State. They're gonna do something in this tournament. Then finally, we go down to the Midwest. We got Illinois against Drexel. This Illinois team been dominating all year. Just won the Big Ten championship. I think Illinois, they gonna manhandle Drexel. They gonna get out that first round pretty easy. We got Loyola Chicago against Georgia Tech. Loyola Chicago is a team not to sleep on. They lock up real, and I think they're gonna be able to shut Georgia Tech down, man, and get out this first round. Next, we got Tennessee against Oregon State. Tennessee got one of the best players in the country, Keon Johnson, top 10 projected pick, against Oregon State, who got Ethan Thompson, LA boy. It's going to be a good matchup. I'm excited to watch that. I got Tennessee winning that, though. Next, we got Oklahoma State against Liberty. Cade Cunningham, the best player in college basketball, without a doubt. I got Cade getting out this first round. Next, we got San Diego State against Syracuse. San Diego State has won 14 games in a row. Them boys is balling right now. I got them beating Syracuse. This game is gonna be real low scoring. For anybody, for my bettors out there, if you betting on this game, take the under on this game. It's gonna be real low scoring. Syracuse, they slow the game down with that 2-3. You already know that. Ben knew that. San Diego State, they got D. And then next, we got West Virginia against Moorhead State. Moorhead State is balling. They've only lost 1 game since January. Them boys is hooping right now against West Virginia. It's going to be a good matchup. I think this is going to be a good game, man. Something to note about West Virginia, though. 3 of their last 4 tournament appearances, they've made it to the Sweet 16. So I'm taking West Virginia in this game. I think they'll keep that trend going. So next we got Clemson against Rutgers. I got an upset. It's not really an upset. It's 7 versus 10. You know, that's a pretty even matchup. But I got Rutgers in this game, and I like Rutgers. I like Ron Harper Jr., big guard. Rutgers actually beat Illinois this year, too. So that's something to mention. That's something to note for sure. Next, we got Houston against Cleveland State. Shout out Cleveland State. Shout out Ohio. But Houston going to get that win, man. Quentin Grimes, Hooper, baller, pro. Will be in the league soon. So we're going to scroll up here to the West for the round of 32 matchup. The first round is done. Let me know what y'all think about my first round picks, my round of 64, man. I feel like pretty accurate, but you know, it's super hard to predict the March Madness, man. Mark Few, even said Gonzaga coach, he said the less you know about basketball, the less you know about college basketball, the better you probably are making your bracket. Round of 32, we got Gonzaga against Oklahoma. Like I said, I like Oklahoma. I like their guard play. But Gonzaga is way too much for the country, man. Best team, unbeaten, too dominant. Got Gonzaga winning that. Oh, we got a 12 against 13. We got Ucsb against Ohio. Man, this looks like a weird matchup here, but I'm actually going Ohio in this matchup, man. Ohio got a good guard over there, man. I forget his name, but he got a pretty interesting story, and I want to see him do good. So I'm going Ohio in this game. Like I said, UCSB, they nice, but Ohio only lost to Illinois by 2, man. So looking at how they played against other top teams, you know, I think they'll beat UCSB. And I'm not only saying that because I'm from Ohio. I mean, I might be a little biased in that. Drawing USC against Kansas. We got USC. We got Evan Mobley, man. We got top 2 projected pick in this next draft against Kansas. Kansas is solid. They're better than I thought they would be this year. I didn't think they was going to be that nice, but they actually stepped up. They became a 3 seed. But I can see Evan Mobley beating them, man. I can see Evan Mobley taking over in this place. And I want to see it. Again, there's some more bias to that, man. I live in LA now. Next, we got Oregon against Iowa. Oregon against Iowa. I like Oregon. Like I said, they nice. And in their last 3 tournament appearances, they made the Sweet 16. But Iowa got that big monster and Lou Garza. It's tough. But you can't ignore the trends, man. You gotta go Oregon. They make it to the Sweet 16. That's what they do. We're gonna go down to this Eastern round of 32 matchup now. We got Michigan against LSU. And I got a big upset, man. I got my first 1 seed losing right here. I got LSU beating them. I like LSU, like I said before. Trendon Wofford, Cameron Thomas, great duo. Michigan will be without their best player, Isaiah Livers, and I think that hurts them a lot. They're still gonna be good, but they definitely lose a step without him. So I'm going LSU with this upset right here, knocking off Michigan in the round of 32 pretty early. Next, we got Florida State against Georgetown. We got UU against Leonard Hamilton. Patrick Ewing against Hamilton. I'm going Georgetown. I'm not going Georgetown. Georgetown made a run, man. They made a surprising run. Definitely made their way into this tournament. But Florida State is just too much. And another trend alert, man. An ACC team has made it to the Final Four in the last 5 years. So stay on the lookout for that, man. Stay on the lookout. We got UCLA against Abilene Christian. Ugly game here. The only reason I really know Abilene Christian is off Madden when picking teams or on 2K. When you create a player and you picking the college team, you went to Abilene Christian, always popped up. That's the only reason I know them. And because they play pretty good defense this year. I've seen that on ESPN. You know, they lead the country in defensive efficiency. But against UCLA, I think it's going to be tough. I think UCLA put that victory out. Abilene Christian, they getting a little ahead of themselves getting this far. Next, we got Uconn against Alabama. Ooh, this is another good guard matchup. James Bouknight against Javon Quinterly. Ooh, I can't wait to see this one. I got Alabama winning that game, though. Ooh, I got Alabama. Heading to this South round of 32 matchups, we got Baylor against Wisconsin. I like Baylor, man. Best backcourt in the country to me. One of my favorite teams. I'm going Baylor in this game. Next, we got Winthrop against Purdue. Purdue in that Big Ten conference, you know, they was loaded over there. There's a lot of great teams in the Big Ten. They got 9 teams in the tournament. But Winthrop only lost 1 game this year. Chandler Vaudrin leading the nation in triple doubles. The big fella, 6'7" guard, big guard. I'm going Winthrop. Next, we got Texas Tech against Arkansas. Mac McClung against Moses Moody. We got a good matchup right there. Mac McClung gonna be. I think he's gonna put on a show in the tournament. He gonna put some people on notice. But Moses Moody is gonna do that as well, man. Moses Moody about to be a top 10 pick in this next draft. Taking Arkansas. Next we got Florida against Ohio State. Dwayne Washington against Trey Mann. Good guard matchup again, man. I see. I don't really only focus on guards in college basketball. If y'all ain't noticed that, I just did. Now just talking about all these matchups. But Trey Mann against Dwayne Washington gonna be a good matchup as well. But I think O State just got a little too much for Florida, man. I'm going O State right there too. Heading down to the Midwest, we got Illinois against Loyola Chicago. Loyola, one of the best defensive teams in the country. But I'm going Illinois. Too much. Ayo. I ain't got no answer for him. Tennessee against Oklahoma State. Great matchup in this game as well. Keon Johnson against Cade Cunningham. 2 top 10 projected picks next year. Oklahoma State, they got a real young team, very inexperienced, man. That's what kind of scaring me. But Oklahoma State beating Baylor kind of put me on notice for sure. Like, I wasn't expecting them to beat Baylor. Like I told y'all, Baylor one of my favorite teams. Oklahoma State beat them in the Big 12 championship. So I think Cade can lead them to some victories, and I want him to. Like, I want to see that. So I'm going Oklahoma State right there. Next game, we got San Diego State against West Virginia. San Diego State, like I said, on 14 in a row, 14-game win streak against West Virginia. An important trend right here, a very significant trend for West Virginia. 3 of the last 4 tournament appearances, they made it to the Sweet 16. So I think they advanced to the Sweet 16 right here, man. Next, we got Rutgers against Houston. We got Ron Harper Jr. against Quentin Grimes. Gonna be a good matchup right here, man. Gonna be a good big guard against big guard. I'm going with the upset in this game. I'm going Rutgers. I like Houston, but I want to see Rutgers make that upset. I like what they got going on over there in Rutgers, so I'm going with that upset. So my Sweet 16 is set. Let me know what y'all think about my Sweet 16. Got Gonzaga against Ohio. Gonzaga. We got USC against Oregon. Ooh, good matchup. West Coast matchup. Nice little West Coast matchup right here. We got USC against Oregon. Evan Mobley is too much, bruh. Evan Mobley is that guy. Number 2 pick, might be number 1 pick in the draft. I'm going USC in that game. LSU against Florida State. Man, I like this East region. I'm excited for this East. It's gonna be there's a lot of competition over here in this East region. LSU against Florida State is gonna be a good one. But I'm going Florida State. Scotty Barnes and them, man. I'm going Scotty Barnes and them, Leonard Hamilton. UCLA against Bama. I like Bama. I like the shooters they got. You know, Bama is a pretty solid all-around team. Javon Quinterly. I think he going to put on a show in this tournament, man. Stay on the lookout for the Jelly Fam. I'm going Bama. I'm going Bama. So we going up to the South region. We got Baylor against Winthrop, whatever you want to say, however you want to call it. Only lost 1 game this year, Winthrop. But I think they lose 2 right here, man. They ain't doing nothing with Baylor. We got Arkansas against O State. Good matchup right here. But O State too much for him, man. I want to see Moses Moody ball out. I want to see him and I want to see Jalen Tate, Ohio boy. That's a little storyline right there. You know, he's playing against O State, so he might come out to play in that game. He might show up, but O State too much. They got too much for them. Down to the Midwest region, we got Illinois against Oklahoma State. Cade Cunningham against Io. Ooh, this the matchup of the tournament right here. This is the matchup right here, the tournament. This is going to be a good one. But Illinois going to pull it out, man. Oklahoma State not going to be in a battle with them. They're not going to be able to win that. Cade going to take them this far against the Sweet 16. and that'll be the end of it, man. But we got West Virginia against Rutgers down here. West Virginia against Rutgers. I'm going West Virginia in this game. So my Elite 8 is set. We got Gonzaga and USC. We got Florida State against Bama. We got West Virginia against Illinois. And we got Baylor against O State. West region, we got Gonzaga against USC. Gonzaga too dominant, man. They're not losing to USC. Haven't lost yet, and they're not gonna lose up to this point. I don't know what's gonna happen in this next round, but up to this point, I don't think they're losing. To this East region, we got Florida State against Bama. I think Leonard Hamilton and Florida State, they gonna get this dub, man. They gonna get to the Final Four. I'm conflicted. I don't know who I want to take in this. I like Bama too, man. I think Javon Quinterly and Ellis and Shackelford, man. I like Bama, man. I got Bama winning that. Bama to the Final Four, man. Here we got Baylor against O State in the South Region Elite 8 game. This will be a good one too, but I think Baylor shoot too well for O State, man. I think they're gonna be able to shoot the lights out, and they're gonna win that game. So my final Elite 8 game is Illinois against West Virginia. I'm going Illinois in that game. IO, the masked Mamba, gonna take over. So my Final Four is Gonzaga and Bama against Baylor and Illinois. I got a 1 versus 2 and a 1 versus 1. I got Gonzaga beating Bama in a good one. Jalen Suggs against Javon Quinterly. That's going to be a great game. But I got Gonzaga, man. They too good, man. I can't see them losing, bruh. I just can't see it happening. And then over here, we got Baylor against Illinois. Man, it's a good one right here. 1 against 1. 1 seed versus 1 seed. But I got Baylor winning. I got Baylor beating Illinois. And for my national championship, I have Gonzaga winning it all, man. Gonzaga going through this season undefeated. And it's going to be a close game, man. It's going to be an 80-79, man. It's going to be a 1-point game. This is what I'm hoping for. I hope it's a great game like this, man. I hope to see an 80-79 game in the national championship. But that'll do it for this video, man. If you enjoyed it, if you enjoyed watching me pick my teams for my bracket, let me know what y'all think in the comments. If I slept on somebody, if y'all don't agree with me on something, let me know what y'all think. That'll do it for this video, man. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like, talk to me in the comments. But I'm out of here. Peace.